Hi there. I'm back home in Israel. And of course, my agenda was yesterday when the sun entered the gate of the well, yes, the gate of depth, 48th gate. The plan was to record the video in the morning, but you know, we make plans and the program does other stuff. So there was a huge crisis here, and I ended up recording it today. So what happened yesterday is that the sun entered the gate of depth, the 48th gate, and is anchored, what an anchor, in gate 21 in the ego, the gate of the hunter, the huntress or the hunter. So let's see what these gates have for us this week. So the gate of depth, we talked about this gate not long ago, the gate of the well, the necessary and qualitative foundation that is a prerequisite to establish the common good. This is a logic gate, splenic logic gate, carries splenic, very deep splenic wisdom in the now. These depths are only usable for people who are drinking the well's water, not for the use of the person who carries this gate. This is very beautiful to see that this well is for the collective, the use of the collective according to strategy and authority. And in this depth, in these depths, splenic depths, splenic wisdom, we find practical solutions, black magic, and of course also the fear of inadequacy. The reason for this fear again is because the person who carries this gate doesn't know what wisdom is hidden there. So these people never feel that they are smart. But other people know how to draw from the well what they need. So we are going to have a week of practical solutions or not, depth or not, let's see. And of course, sharing, we would all want to share our wisdom. And now for an interesting gate, the huntress or the hunter, biting through. This is a very, very misunderstood gate, very misunderstood. And in order to really deliver what I want to deliver about this gate, and I happen to carry it, but not only because of that, but because I see the misunderstanding about this gate and of course about the energy of the ego center. But this gate is specifically abused because it is called also the gate of control. So let's understand. First of all, we are talking biting through resistance. Yes, that's what we can, that's the first thing we can understand. This gate needs the power to bite through resistance. Let's understand why. First of all, the line of the gate, the justified and necessary use of power in overcoming deliberate and resistant interference. Let's understand. First of all, this gate is a part of the ego circuit. This is a tribal gate, and its main keyword is support. Now, if we don't get it, we look at it as the not self displays this gate as the gate of control. But we are not talking about not self homogenized need to control, as most of the open ego people are looking for. They look for control, and in the not self meaning of this word. This really, the real meaning of this gate is to care for the tribe. This is part of the money line, the only channel that connects the ego with the throat, and also is the only outlet of the whole ego circuit. All the two tribal streams come to the ego. They don't come to the throat as other streams in the body graph. And the only outlet that the tribe has to the throat is through this gate 21. And this channel, the money line, the 45, the gate of the gatherer, and the biting through, or the hunter, the huntress, these two gates form the only channel that can actually rule the tribe. And the tribe is not about democracy, and the tribe is not about philosophies or democracy and philosophy. Yes. The tribe is about our basic needs, where to sleep, what to eat, how to make our money, sex, family, all these very basic mundane needs. And the Gate 21 has the capacity to control the mind of the tribe. Now, what does that mean? The 21st gate comes from the quarter of initiation, which means that the fulfillment of this gate is through the realm of mind. And if we really want to control the tribe, we need to control the way of the mind, how the mind thinks. And that is for its own good, for the support of the tribe. We need to educate the tribe and support the way that the tribe thinks in order to improve and fulfill the basic needs. That's the whole thing. And the 21st gate has the capacity, when operating correctly and in a defined ego, has the capacity to control in this supporting way, in this caring way, in this material way, to control the tribe or to support the tribe to gain the right way of thinking and fulfilling their material needs. This is very, very interesting. I got deeper into it because I have a friend who carries this gate, and she always feels that this gate is mistreated and misunderstood, and I totally understand. So I looked at it, and I carry this gate in a defined ego, and I see, because I'm not controlling people. I never did. It's not my interest to do, even though I'm very, very defined in my ego, 2 channels and blah, blah. But it's true that when I'm invited as a projector, when I'm invited according to my design to educate the tribe, that's what I'm doing. I'm controlling, or I'm giving them new, new because this the rest of my design, but let's say I'm giving them, I'm supporting them by helping them see in a new way, or in a different way, or in a very practical way, how to live in this material world, in this material plane, in this tribal plane. So it is very interesting, and I have no desire whatsoever to control anyone. And the need to control comes from these people who have the 21st gate in an open ego and behave in a not-self way. Or if people have other gates, for example, the 45 pointed at an open ego with an open 21, could behave like that, could be control freaks. But the real meaning of control here is about biting through resistance. Think about it, that if we want to educate the tribe is something that is not easy to educate. And so we need to bite through the resistance and the interference that all kind of not important things can interfere in the way to improve the tribe's life. So if you really want to start understanding the true meaning and the true qualities of this gate, remember that the main keyword is support. So in order to support, sometimes we need to rule, sometimes we need to control, but of course, if it's all according to strategy and authority. So it's going to be interesting to see what this week will bring us with practical solutions and caring for the tribe through control and biting through resistance. Another thing that happens this week is that the gate of correction that Jupiter sits in it, moved to the second line. Remember, it was in the first line, conservatism, and it was in detriment, the refusal to correct. But now we moved, we are progressing. We got to the 18 in the second line, terminal disease, recognition that what has been spoiled is irreversible. Now, it will be very interesting because we are going to see how soon the whole stream or most of the stream of taste is going to be defined, and we are going to feel this energy very strongly. This is, of course, the transits of yesterday. What happened today here is that Mercury left the mind, left the gate of oppression, and moved into the gate of conflict and friction in the solar plexus, the sixth gate. And in the morning, still early in the morning, it was in the first line in detriment, which is inferiority complex. But I think now it's already moved. We have the channel of struggle for a few more hours, made by the moon in the game player, the 28th, and Pluto, of course, in the fighter. And this is going to be until 11:15 GMT. I hope the times are okay. I'm working on it. Please check if you have, if you see that I'm mistaking. I tried now a different way of calculating the time. Let's see if it's okay. Again, later, we are going to, oh no, it's already happened. Yes. I made it yesterday. We also have, with Jupiter in the second line, we have, on the second line of the 18th gate, we have the joyous, the 58th gate in Mars, and we are going to have the channel of judgment until the 11th of October. So in a few hours today, we still have both struggle and both judgment. And of course, look at how most of the stream of taste is being defined, and we are going to have the fuel to correct. We'll see what needs to be corrected, and we will think that we have also practical splenic solutions. So just remember, if we're not invited, we can be very judgmental and have a lot of criticism, but we are not supposed to get it out. Interesting. Tomorrow we are going to have another nice shift. Venus is going to enter the first gate, the gate of creative expression in the G center. So we are going to creatively express our criticism, our our opposition, and our practical solution. And then in the 6th of October, early in the morning GMT time, Jupiter is going to enter the third line of the 18th gate. And this is the zealot, as we know, and this is obsession with correctness. And this is in detriment. So and Mars is going to be in the joyous in the third line, also in detriment. So we are going to have the whole channel of judgment in the third line in detriment. This is not a nice sight. And I hope that we will survive it. And of course, with all the practical solutions, and the practical solutions and the gate of control are going to be in the 5th line. So a lot of projections about this. Interesting. And Jupiter itself is going to be in the 3rd line until the 10th of October. That's a few full days with this zealot in detriment. Interesting. So, my friends, I heard that as I left Amsterdam, and it was sunny all the 3 weeks I've been there, I've heard that the temperatures went down dramatically, and that means that winter is coming. Even here in Israel, it's a little bit bearable, more bearable, let's say, the weather. So winter is coming. And the neutrino is bringing us all these very cold transits, and we need to protect ourselves not to find ourselves in this situation of the Simpsons on the floor, don't know what to do with this neutrino stream. So of course we have our umbrella that protects us from this programming, not self-homogenized programming. We have our strategy, we have our inner authority or decision-making process, and of course we sleep alone in our own aura, so we can wake up in the morning and face this struggle and face this judgmental stream and face everything, not always with a smile, but not with a premature action or depression or mental anxiety over all these things. Just feel it, watch it, sometimes fall in the trap and laugh at ourselves, as I had as I was going through some incidents this morning and yesterday, that all I could do is just look at it and laugh at myself. So I laugh at life. That's it. So let us have a very good week. Sending love from Israel. Bye-bye.